There's a strange disease spreading around our world today. No, not the kind you need a vaccine for. I call it multiple struggle syndrome. You know what it looks like. You're juggling 3, 4, maybe 5 different jobs or hustles. You're busy from sunrise to midnight. Your friends think you're rich because you look busy and always have something going on. But in reality, you're not rich. You're just tired. Now, before you get offended, let me explain. You see, there's a difference between working hard and building wealth. Hard work is honorable, don't get me wrong. But hard work alone will not make you wealthy. Some of the hardest working people in the world are the poorest farmers breaking their backs in the sun, factory workers on their feet, 12 hours a day, single mothers doing 2 shifts. If hard work alone was the secret to wealth, the richest people would be construction workers and cleaners. The truth is, there are 3 kinds of work that change your life. 1. Hard work. This teaches you discipline. 2. Smart work. This multiplies your results. 3. Network. This determines your opportunities. And here's the thing. Many people get stuck on the first 2 and never touch the third. Hey, if you're into real down-to-earth money talks and mindset shifts that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. I drop gems like this daily to help you think bigger, plan smarter, and build a life that truly works. Point 1. Why network matters more than you think. You've heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's only half the truth. In life, it's not just who you know. It's who knows you and respects you enough to open doors for you. Think about it. Nobody climbs to the top alone. Someone has to lift you. Your parents or guardians brought you into the world. Mentors guide you. Influencers introduce you. In every industry, there are gatekeepers, decision makers, power brokers, people who can change your life with one phone call. Do you know why billionaires join exclusive clubs? Not because of the golf or the champagne. It's because those rooms are filled with people who can say, let me make a call, and your life changes in 48 hours. Meanwhile, outside those rooms, most people are still making PowerPoint slides, sending proposals and waiting months for a meeting, while a deal is signed over coffee at the golf course. Point 2. The trap of multiple struggles. Imagine 4 people. All of them are named Alex. Alex 1 is a school teacher earning $2,000 a month. Alex 2 is a teacher, but also drives his car as a rideshare to earn an extra $800. Alex 3 is a teacher, drives rideshare and also works as an event MC on weekends, making another $2,000 a month. Alex 4 does all the above and runs training seminars that bring in an extra $3,000 every quarter. Now Alex 4 is earning way more than Alex 1. He's respected. People say, wow, Alex is a big man. But here's the danger. Every single one of Alex's income streams depends on Alex showing up in person. If Alex gets sick, the money gets sick. If Alex dies, the money dies. That's not wealth, that's high-level struggle. That's multiple struggles, not real wealth. Real wealth doesn't die when you do. If your family was rich when your father was alive but broke after he died, your father wasn't rich, he was just a high performer exchanging time for money. Wealth is when money works without you. Multiple streams of income doesn't mean do many things. It means build systems that produce income whether you're there or not. Point 3. Turning struggles into streams. Let's go back to Alex. Here's how he transforms. Instead of driving himself, he hires a driver to run the transport business. The car works, whether Alex works or not. Instead of being the only MC, he builds an MC agency. Clients don't hire Alex the MC. They hire Alex Events Incorporated. Other trained MCs work under his brand. Instead of only doing training himself, he builds a training company with a curriculum, a team of facilitators, and an online platform. He's now selling knowledge products that earn while he sleeps. Do you see the shift? Alex moved from being the engine to being the owner of the engine. Dr. Miles Monroe used to say, "The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without purpose," and purpose-driven people understand this. Your time is limited, so you must learn to multiply yourself. The goal is to stop trading hours for dollars and start trading ideas for systems. The wealthy don't work harder than everyone. They build structures that work for them. I have some questions for you. If you stop working today, how long will your money last? How many of your income sources still flow if you're asleep? Are you building a business or just creating a better paying job for yourself? Are you known by the people who can change your life, or only by people who are in the same struggle as you? Have a thought on these and give yourself a response. Here's the truth though, money is not loyal to effort. It is loyal to value, systems and influence, and if you don't have those, you'll spend your life running from one hustle to another, calling it progress when it's really just a treadmill. So stop glorifying busyness, start building systems. Stop chasing multiple struggles and start creating multiple streams. Because wealth is not how much you earn, it's how much continues to flow when you stop working. Point 4. Counseling, consultancy, and the currency of value. I want to begin with a statement that might surprise you. Counseling is free, but consultancy attracts a fee. Why? Because where there is a voice, there should be an invoice. If you invite me to speak at your church, I come as a minister, that's ministry. The track is different. But if you invite me to train your company or government agency, that's not ministry, that's business. The track is different. And here's the truth. When people don't pay, they usually don't pay attention. Value is honored when there's an exchange. Let's say you're like our friend Celestine. You've been working hard for years as a teacher, a consultant, a trainer, but over time you realize something. The moment you stop showing up, the income stops. So you start creating systems, training materials, online courses, a team of certified trainers who can deliver your work without you being in the room. Suddenly your calendar is free, but your bank account is still full. That's the essence of multiple streams of income. Not multiple struggles, but multiple vehicles producing money for you without your direct involvement. Point 5. The 3 types of income. If you're going to build true financial freedom, you need to understand that not all income is created equal. There are 3 types. 1. Once and only. You labor once, you get paid once. You make a wedding dress, you're paid only for that dress. You speak at an event, you're paid only for that event. You fix someone's car, you're paid only for that repair. This is the lowest form of income because it forces you to constantly trade time for money. 2. Once and always. You labor once, but you keep getting paid. You write a book, and people keep buying it for years. You buy a property, and tenants pay you rent every month. You create a course, and it sells online forever. Here your work outlives the moment. 3. Free flow. Your money labors for you. You invest in stocks, businesses or funds, and your capital creates more capital. You put money in a rental property portfolio, and your rent multiplies without you lifting a finger. At this level, you don't work for money. Money works for you. Now let me ask you, which of these 3 types dominates your income right now? And more importantly, will your current income survive your absence? Point 6. The 5 levels of multiple streams. If you want your wealth to last, you must diversify across 5 dimensions. 1. Across income types. Don't live your whole life on once and only. As you grow, deliberately reduce that type of income and build more once and always and free flow. Why? Because your time, health and energy are limited resources. You can't keep exchanging them for money until you're 70. 2. Across industries. Never put all your income in one sector. A friend of mine was a billionaire in the hospitality and events industry, hotels, event centers, sound equipment rentals. Then COVID hit. No events, no guests, no revenue. He went from making hundreds of millions a year to making nothing, not because he wasn't skilled, but because every egg was in the same basket. Diversification doesn't kill focus, it protects it. You can be focused on excellence while diversifying your sources. If you're getting value from this message and you want me to continue, like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I drop messages like this every day to build your mindset and finances. Thank you. Let's continue. 3. Across geography. If all your investments are in one city or country, you are at the mercy of local crises, war, political unrest, natural disasters, or insecurity. I know a businessman who built 30 years of wealth in one country. Then war broke out. Years Pulfi. He left as a refugee with nothing except the house he'd bought abroad and a property he'd acquired in a different country years earlier. Those two assets saved his future. We live in a global world. Think global. Invest global. 4. Across currency. If all your wealth is tied to one currency, you are vulnerable to inflation and devaluation. Many people think they are rich until their money is converted into dollars or pounds. Then they realize they're not as wealthy as they thought. If your children study abroad, your expenses are in foreign currency. If you want to buy international property, you need foreign currency. So why not also earn in those currencies? Build at least one stream that pays you in the world's trading currencies: dollars, euros, pounds. 5. Across generations. The ultimate test of wealth is whether it survives you. If your income dies when you die, you were not truly wealthy. You were just a high-performing worker. Build assets, businesses, and systems that your children and grandchildren can inherit. Remember, in the words of Scripture, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. When all your income comes from once and only, you are like a smartphone with 1% battery. It's just a matter of time before it shuts down. But if you have multiple chargers plugged into different outlets, you never go flat. If you stop working today, how long will your income last? How many of your income sources will still pay you if you're asleep? Are you building a business or just building a busier job? Have a real thought on these and give yourself a response. Money is not loyal to hard work. It is loyal to value, systems, and wisdom. So stop chasing multiple struggles, start building multiple streams. Not just for survival, but for significance, so that what you build outlives you and blesses generations you may never meet. Point 7. Multiple streams across realms and the law of covenant compliance. 1. The idea of multiple streams across realms. Let's start with a truth many people never think about. You can be rich in one realm and bankrupt in another. There are people with impressive bank accounts who are emotionally bankrupt. There are people with strong spiritual convictions who are physically broke. And there are people who are intellectually wealthy but relationally poor. We are not called to be one-realm creatures. If you only succeed in the natural realm, what you can see, touch, and spend, you have ignored the greater part of your existence, the spiritual and eternal realm. Think about it. What good is it to own 10 houses if you have no peace to sleep in any of them? What is the point of owning a global business if your children cannot stand to be in the same room with you? Why celebrate being self-made if you are ultimately life empty? Miles Monroe used to say, "Wealth without purpose is just material storage." The goal of multiple streams is not just having money coming from different sources, but ensuring your life is generating value in every realm. Financial streams, business, investments, and property. Relational streams, friends, family, and community. Intellectual streams, continuous learning, reading, and creative thinking. Spiritual streams, faith, values, and inner peace. If your only measure of wealth is how many zeros are in your account, you are already poor in vision. 2. The law of covenant compliance. Now here's where people get uncomfortable, and it has nothing to do with religion. This law simply says, whatever you honor consistently with discipline, you multiply. Whatever you dishonor, you lose. Whether you call it tithing, profit sharing, philanthropy, or setting aside a fixed portion, it's the principle of acknowledging that you are not the final owner of everything you have. Think about the richest people in the world: Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Mackenzie Scott, they give away billions, not because they are religious, but because they understand that wealth flows towards circulation, not hoarding. Money is like blood, it needs to flow, or it clots and kills the body. Miles Monroe often explained it like this: the principle of giving is not about God needing your money, it's about you needing the discipline of release, so that you don't worship the very thing you were meant to manage. 3. Why 10% is not the issue. Let's be honest, people don't argue about 10% when they're buying a designer shoe or paying a restaurant bill. You've probably bought a meal for friends that cost more than what you're fighting to give away. A family of 4 can walk into a mid-range restaurant, order appetizers, main courses, dessert and drinks, and before the coffee arrives, you've spent the same amount you said was too much to invest in a cause, a community, or a creator. The truth is, the argument is rarely about the percentage, it's about the perception of ownership. When you believe it's mine, giving feels like loss. When you believe I'm a steward, giving feels like honor. 4. The poison in the seed. Here's a biological truth, with a financial lesson. In almost every fruit, the seed carries chemicals that are not designed for digestion, they are designed for reproduction. If you chew an orange seed, you'll get a bitter taste. Try eating a mango seed, and you'll be chewing a trip to the hospital. The seed is not meant to be consumed, it is meant to be planted. In life, your seed is that part of your income, energy, or influence that is meant for future creation, not present consumption. Eat your seed, and you've killed tomorrow's harvest. Plant your seed, and you've secured tomorrow's supply. The tragedy is that many people eat their seed because they can't see the invisible harvest. It's like the story of a farmer who ate the kernels he was supposed to plant, only to starve the next season. 5. The real loss you don't see. The dangerous thing about eating seed is that the loss is invisible at first. Adam ate the forbidden fruit and still breathed for 900 years, but something had died instantly: the spiritual connection. Likewise, you can eat your financial seed and still feel fine, but invisible opportunities start disappearing. The deal you were meant to get never comes your way. The partnership that could have accelerated your career never shows up. The coincidence that would have saved you months of work never happens. You don't miss what you don't know. You lost, but life keeps a record. 6. Breaking the cycle. Here's the life shift. When you decide that every income, opportunity, or resource that comes to you will be honored at the source, you break the cycle of scarcity. You tell life, I'm not an endpoint, I'm a channel. Whether it's a spiritual tithe, a personal savings discipline, or an automatic investment, you create a habit of planting, and habits create harvests. Point 8. Let's get practical. Ask yourself: 1. In which realm am I currently bankrupt? 2. What seeds am I consuming that I should be planting? 3. Who or what do I consistently honor with my best, not my leftovers? 4. If I keep my current giving and planting habits, what will my life look like in 10 years? And here's the punchline: don't just nod at these questions, answer them honestly. The quality of your future depends on it. Final thought: the principle of multiple streams across realms and covenant compliance isn't about money alone. It's about living in such a way that no part of your life is neglected, no blessing is hoarded, and no opportunity for future growth is eaten in the present. In the end, true wealth is not measured by what you keep, but by what you continue to create. If this video brought you value or stirred something in you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Videos like this take weeks of research, writing, and care to create. Don't just watch and go away. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most. I'll see you on the next one.